We are live. I think we're live 2 seconds. Everyone, welcome to Agents Who Win. This is like episode 3, 4, something like that. I'm here with my really mentor, Veronica Figueroa, a business partner, etc. Really loved collaborating with her over the years and excited to bring her to the show today. So Veronica, thank you for joining us on a Friday afternoon. I know you've had a busy call since 8:30 this morning with your Fire Friday. And your intro song was even better. This Gill is on fire. That kind of rounded back to him.
But crazy. I can't believe he took that and changed it into his name. Oh, he's so
I know. way to play it off. So why don't you just kind of take some time and you've got so much going on with helping agents, not just with the company that we're in, but outside. And we're all just trying to, what the title of the show is, going beyond the next transaction. As when the transaction's over, we don't talk to anybody anymore. It's like next deal. But how can we help and what can we do to help promote them and build them up in the business and help them out? So kind of want to just dive into that and, what other things we can do, going past the transaction.
Yeah. I was saying this to someone yesterday. I built my career on, relationships with agents, with people in the industry, with community leaders, with, building a reputation and a name for myself in a community, and I was never focused just on the transaction. I was focused on, living beyond that transaction, like building a relationship that would allow me multiple ambassadors in the business to help me grow and reach my goals. And I feel like I still have that. I have that relationship with agents. People ask me all the time, like, why do you do so much for people who aren't even with your company, aren't on your team? I truly believe that, there's this reward that comes back to you when you pour into other people, whether it's the client. I'm the same person. I've done a couple deals for free, probably more than a couple, if it comes down to, making it happen because that person's, I was able to help make it happen as a result of something getting in the way. And I didn't want money to be what was in the way for that person to get the home of their dreams. And then what do you get? You get the referrals after that. And the people say, wow, because of you, or because of what you guys were willing to do. I'm so grateful. And, I just think it spews over into every aspect of my business and my life. It's like, I'm willing to pour into people. I don't care about the commission. It's not about what's in it for me only. It's about the strength of that relationship and how that relationship can bring me multiple streams of opportunities. And, one of those things is fulfillment. I get fulfillment out of helping people. I really do get fulfillment out of, really pouring into others, even your community. Like, we're working on a series right now that, I have a marketing team. A lot of these small businesses don't have a marketing team and they're trying to figure out how to market themselves. So we're going to do a series of videos for them and just give that back to them, because I know that that'll help them more than ever. Small businesses need our help more than ever. And, we've been blessed to have, an amazing team that has the creativity for content. And I want to pour into those communities, the leaders, those community businesses. So I just think everything that we do is beyond just what's in it for us, beyond just the deal. And as a result, we sell a lot of homes.
And it's not like, you can almost retitle this not the transaction, because like we go to the cleaner. I guess the sale can equal transaction, but it's when you're talking to the guy at BurgerFi who's selling you the burger or whatever, that's a transaction, but it's technically, it's really a sale. So it's like you're going out and helping people beyond the next sale, and in all kinds of businesses right now, which is even more than what we were planning on talking about today. I think, part of it, like you said, we give up a commission to get a deal done, or, I've got a deal right now. The buyers had just enough for the down payment. And so the lender and I figured out, how can we make this happen for them where, they don't have to come with any closing cost, and they're so tight. They've lost 5 offers. And it's like, I'd rather get the deal done and explain to them, we don't do this on every deal, but we're going to make this happen for you. And obviously we want referrals back because you're a personal friend and client. And, so the lender's giving up credit, we're giving up credit, and we're going to make something. But the idea is the home ownership is accomplished, and we're going to continue to, service them as a repeat referral client and hopefully get some referrals from them to help one, help out what we did, but two, we're paying it back because we've had a lot of other things that have brought money in. So it's like, why not give a little bit back there? I think going beyond the sale too is if you're helping people after the fact, with agents, when it's a multiple offer situation, those agents are going to remember you. And when they're presenting to their sellers, hey, I've worked with Todd before and his team, and they get things done. I've worked with sales before, and the ones we've had have not had a problem. So let's go with a brand we know versus the other one may be a couple thousand higher, but we know this one's going to close.
Well, I mean, the title of your show, right, and your group is called Agents Who Win, right? And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to win in every aspect of relationships. We're looking to win the realtor relationship, the lender relationship, the title relationship. It doesn't mean you're going to be liked by everyone, but if you're going to be respected and people know you're going to get the job done, or they enjoy working with you because they know you're going to make it happen, that's how you win in this game, right? And then also, by you pouring back and being pleasant to work with in a transaction, or helping an agent or sharing your playbook with an agent, how likely are they to accept your offer?
Correct.
Super likely, how likely are that if you're making a career change or you have a training that they'll attend it, so I'm always looking at I got to play nice. I got to build relationships with these agents. I'm genuinely, I think, a nice person. I think I could be a little hard ass sometimes, but
that's why we're working together. You also put fire under us.
Yeah, it's just, I love the name of your show. It's Agents Who Win. I love the name of this group because that's what we're trying to do is win in our business, win in our lives, win in our careers. And I would say to agents that, look at this as a business that's just opening and closing doors. You got to look beyond that. There's so much more to this business so that you can be known as a top producer in your market, so that you could take your business to the next level, and so that you build advocates in your business. Advocates in your business, that's the best feeling when your clients are the ones referring you, when people remember you, and when even I have team leaders and brokers who refer agents to me to say, hey, this person's looking for a change and I don't have anything, so I said to them they should go talk to Veronica. That's a big compliment to me that other brokers and team leaders would even refer people to our team. So it's just crazy. That's what I feel like I was setting out for as we were laying the foundation of years ago.
I think it's a great situation there, because we had that happen as well right before COVID with a new agent getting her license. And there's not a brokerage that has a bunch of new agent training where this company was, and not that we're we're strictly new agents, but it's it's something that's in our market. They're like, you need to go talk to Todd because Todd can help get you started. Todd can get you off the ground and keep things going. And they are another agent that I love working with because we have had multiple situations on both sides. And because of our relationships and the relationship we've built, it's helped get our offers accepted, whether I'm on the buyer or seller side with this other person. So now she's respecting us and saying, hey, I've got a friend who's getting a license. I think you guys would be a great team to come connect with and or come work with within the company. So it takes time to get there, and it's it's nice to when you have a respect like that in the community and you get asked to do things, and you're giving back on such a global sharing right now. And I love our Tuesday calls at 3 with just the growth calls there, and then your Fire Friday, getting everybody on. There's so much power that's going in. It's can this call last more than 30 minutes? And because there's so much value being given back. How do you for the agents that are local that are trying to do stuff, what's the best way to go beyond the next transaction? If they're just getting started and they don't have the brand name or they haven't been around for a long time, and they can get their names in front of people to have that, I guess you call it, that same reputation.
Man, it's crazy. I think a lot of times people compare themselves to others, and they shouldn't. They need to just execute, right? So find your purpose, find what you're passionate about, execute, and don't worry about it not being perfect. I'll give you an example. There's an agent on my team. Her name is Livia. She's awesome. She's brand new to the business, has been in the business since joined our team in December. Start off with a lot of other people, weaning off of a previous job. Oh, my coworkers are barking back there. Working from home today. And, she was wanting to definitely slowly work her way into real estate. We saw the talent in her, and we're like, okay, we'll make an exception. We'll give you 90 days to, quit your full-time job, whatever. And then she ends up quitting like within 30 days and says, I'm ready to go all in. There's too much opportunity here, right? So she comes in, she starts working. But one of the things that she did that I absolutely admire, she's done everything we've told her to do when it comes to having a social media presence. She had no social media presence, zero sphere here, moved from Romania to Wisconsin, I don't know, 12, 15 years ago, then picked up and moved to Orlando, no sphere. And she's just driven, right? All the qualities that you want in someone who's not afraid to take action. So no sphere, no nothing. And I said, listen, borrowed authority, leverage what we've done. You know, we'll grow together, but let's get you going on social media. Let's get you going on video. Had never done any Facebook, had never done any social media prior to this. And she just started taking action. Now Livia has her weekly show. She has her meditation hour. She's interviewing like high profile people. People want to be on her show. People want to come out and like learn from her. She's hosting buyer seminars, all live. And she's building this brand of who she is to where people are like, who is this girl? She's making all this noise, you know, and I applaud her because so many people are waiting for like, till they have status or till they have the reputation. Go build your status. Go build your reputation. You know, pre-COVID, I wasn't doing any of these shows. Yeah, I'd been on stage. I had a reputation of being an agent. You know, I guess they call certain influencers, whatever, but I'm the biggest imposter. I think in myself, I'm like, why do they even call me? Like, I don't even feel like I belong here, but I just do what I got to do. And when COVID hit, you know, the whole pivoting to the morning huddles, pivoting to taking everything virtual, like I didn't have the playbook. I just executed. I didn't know what EXP growth mode partners was going to turn out to be, or, you know, the 3 o'clock call, if it was going to be of value. I just actually, I said, guys, sometimes I'm not going to know what the hell to do, but I'm just going to keep the habit consistent. And prior Friday started off with One Good Friday, then evolved. Now it's got a brand. Now it's got a logo. Now it's got a bomb series. Now I have people that if I don't do the call, they're texting me like, did I miss the link? Did I miss the link? Am I missing something? And it's not just you, Todd. It's other people, you know, like from all over who are reaching out. But what I would like to encourage everyone to do is realize that you don't have to have a perfect plan. You just have to be able to take action. And by taking action, like things will just progress. And Livia is a perfect example. Livia has had, since she joined my team in December, 17 closings, has 9 pending as a brand new agent, and is taking action. She brought into our database in the last month 11 Sphere clients. In last quarter, I think it was like 17 to 20 from her Facebook business that she's building as a result to, because we monitor if a client is bringing in, if an agent is bringing in Sphere, so we could see how they're growing their book of business. And it's so refreshing. And now on our team, she's like the holy grail of, you know, leading the pack, where agents, like, they're inspired by her. So what I would say to an agent out there who's looking to create a brand or looking to become, you know, say, well, what am I going to do? You know, this person's already doing this show, or this person's already doing, well, do your own. Do your own and become your own, because everybody who is in your tribe wants to hear from you. And if you don't know how to, that you have a tribe, go build one, you know. And it's like, you're not for everyone. You got to do this for the people who want to hear it, not for the people who don't want to hear it. And the things I do isn't for the people who don't want to hear it. It's for the people who want to hear it. And I'm okay with that too. So I just think agents need to stop looking for perfection, you know, stop thinking, get out of their own head and just take action. Because that is going to be I promise every single person who goes and takes action today, it's how you're going to win. It's how agents will continue to win. It's by going out there and doing the uncomfortable and building something based on the habits and the consistency. The habits and the consistency. Of course, content has to be good. You don't want to go there and sound like an idiot, but, you know, interviewing other people, asking questions, being curious, and coming from value. That's the number one formula to any of these, you know, shows that I see, is that people appreciate the value that's being given. So find something you're passionate about, find a purpose, execute, and be consistent with it.
There, you know, it's funny you go on that. It's like the show, we just started this group because we wanted to find a way to kind of do some promotion, but this is not stuff that we're going to put on our general Facebook feed. And we want to keep it to the realtor and some lender database. And so it's like, you know, we spent a while. Do we want to even like the show we're doing now, or this Facebook group? Do we even want to attempt this? Because it is another entity that you have to run. And if you miss a Friday or something, people are wondering what is happening. And, you know, I did take off the Friday on the 4th because I'm out of town. My marketing coordinator's out of town. I'm like, if something's wrong, it's a glitch. I'm going to be freaking out. I'm like, I'm going to be doing my laptop at the lake. Let's just take the time off. But it's also have people that can help. And, it's like making sure, because you want to start being consistent with it. And
for the first few Fridays or the first few, I would say month and a half, 2 months, I was handling everything until I had a graphic. Then I started leveraging BombBomb, and then I forced registration for emails just because I knew I wanted to keep people informed as to the next one and the next one and the next one. So now my marketing and content team, like, they know I'm like, this is the guest. So then they get the bio, they get the headshot, they do the BombBomb, they do the registration, and now I can scale that. Right. That's how I scale it now to where I'm like, all right, guys, we're live. And they send the invite to the guest. So now it's kind of like what Rachel obviously does. I mean, you make it a part of your business. And the key here is the consistency is going to help you win and continue to win as an agent.
So like someone like Livia, just as going beyond the trying to build your own brand there, I'm just thinking out loud here. If it's a new agent who's trying to build some sort of, sphere for themselves of agents that they want to be, get connected with, you don't need to have an agent who's like a big player in the market if you're just trying to do some interviews, because everyone's got something they can share on what they do. A gentleman that I met today is he's been in the business about 6 years. He's really kick-ass at the lease rent-to-own stuff. And that's his primary business. And he's like, it's finally opening back up, kind of like Zillow and all these, and all the iBuyers got shut down. They're like, people have a business that they want to sell to iBuyers. His was the lease stuff. And he's like, that is all I do. That's all I know. And I've got all kinds of opportunities set up for it. So it's cool when you take someone like that. It's like, he's someone you interview because he's got a business. He's got a niche. And that's, you just keep going with it.
I love it. Consistency, man. That's how you win. That's how you win this game.
Exactly. So what's the idea behind like the Big Fire Fridays? I know, I guess for me too, kind of helping out there, you're always trying to find that next person. You always feel like you got to level up the next one. I've gone from Bobby to Nick to you, and you're like up here, of people that we can interview. But it's like, how do you find the topics, the names, and going all that? This is probably off topic what the show is, but taking some advice while I'm here.
No, I love it. It's a lot of pressure that we put on ourselves. But what I realized is, number one, people want to help. And number two, people love to talk about themselves.
Right.
I'm like, this is great. Because, I do 8:30 in the morning huddles with my team. And this is how I run my business. I'm always looking at ways how I can leverage myself, right?
Right.
Friday, selfishly, is my team morning huddle, just open to the public. Right. Hosted by someone that I think is amazing and I want to learn from.
Right.
And because people love to share and talk about how great they are, and usually the people who come on, I think they're great. So I'm like, right. I want to introduce my friend, one of my mentors, or someone who has inspired me that I follow to my Fire Friday. My team gets something out of it. I get something out of it. The industry gets something out of it. I'll edify the person. It's another relationship that's built. Yep. And then this lives on YouTube. So now I can take this content and continue to create authority, positions me as an authority leader, as an influencer for bringing people on of value. And it's just hitting so many important aspects of the business, that it just came to fruition really just one Friday. I brought on Sekou. The next Friday I brought on Nick. And I was like, man, these are like Fire Fridays. Like, this is fire. Yep. And I made it up on the spot. Yeah. And then I started calling it Fire Friday. Then, next thing you know, I'm like, I need a logo. Like, I need this. Like, and, and it's now a true, show. It's something people look forward to. Call that. And now it lives on YouTube. Every time we have a Fire Friday, we put the image, we showcase the person who was the guest, and anyone in our arsenal can go on our Figueroa Team page and see all of our Fire Fridays now. Nice.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw your Facebook Live yesterday, and then you sent the text to our group, and then I get the email, confirm here for the Zoom, and it's literally you're systemized with it, and just talking, and it was the same video that came in. I'm like, I just got this. What is this? But it's because I follow you, and two, I saw the show, so then it's like the steps all hit themselves. So it was really good. you know.
Yeah, we had over 80 people on the call, and we have different, depending on the speaker, we'll have different speakers. We'll end up in different, obviously, I would say the audience varies, right? But usually we have from 60, 70, 80. We've had as high as 140 people at one time on a call. So I've realized the importance of multiple ways of staying in front of people, whether it's on IG, we have our stories, we have everyone share it. I go on BombBomb. I always consistently include a video of me excited, usually the same video that you saw on Facebook. I'll just leverage that and download that and upload that. So it's like, again, I'm trying to hit people. And if I can give anybody an advice, it goes back to that consistency. It goes back to the systems. It goes back to, building something on it with purpose. So for me, I feel like if Todd is paying attention, I've done my job. Right. If other people are responding and saying, "Woohoo, I got it. Yeah, I'll be there." And then I see the ticker go up as the people start coming in. I'm like, oh shit, 80%, 80 people, 160 people. I know I sent it out to 2,000 people via email, and another, my Facebook has this, like, what's the percentage of attraction that I'm getting? But really, this will live beyond the initial show. It's when they go to my page and they watch it again. I'm like, this is working. So I think I need to turn this into a process.
Yeah, because sometimes we can't get to it, and you've had a few on there, like Aaron was on there last week, I think, and I'm like, shit, I missed it, and I wanted to get on there, so we can always go back and watch. Like this right now, we've got it on Facebook and YouTube, and so we wanted to go back and watch them, because not everybody can hit 3 o'clock on Friday or 8:30 in the morning on Friday, because there is things that do come up. But it's how can you expand the life of what you're producing out there, which I love. StreamYard, thank you for streaming this in multiple sections so we can kind of put it in multiple platforms at one time, and that it stays out there then.
Yeah.
So
and for now we keep it where it's a Zoom webinar. I may change it. I may eventually get it to where it's a StreamYard, but right now it's working. We like the fact that it's intimate. We like the fact that you got to come to us to see it if you really want to see it and be part of the live chat. And the other part that I love about it in the mornings is like when we realize, all right, where are you joining us from? And we have people chime in. I've had people from the West Coast wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Brad Inman or Greg Schwartz or Chris Smith or Gary V's sister on. Like,
remember her?
Amazing people. That the other thing that it taught me, Todd, is that all you could do is ask. What's the worst I could say is no?
Right.
Hey, Gary V's sister, can you come on? Of course, I already know Liz, but it's a pretty big deal. People might think, oh, you only want to hit me up because I'm Gary V's sister. No, she's cool. She's my friend. Social. Hey, Go, can you come on? You're, Go, the badass queen of social media. She's like, of course. It just goes to show people are so willing to help. And what's the worst I could say? No.
Right. I mean, you got Gil out of bed early this morning for an 8:30 show. I was, it's funny to hear that. Now, thank God he's not on the West Coast.
Yeah. I mean, you need me to do this at 8:30 in the morning. I was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? I was like, early bird catch the worm, boo. Let's go. He's like, you are crazy. I'm like, every morning, 8:30 in the morning, religiously, nonstop. That's what we do. And but that's how it came to life. Honestly, it really fills a void for my Friday. And because I've also learned the power of asking for help. Right. And knowing that I can't always be the superstar, right? I can't always be me, and I don't want it. I want to literally shine the light on others. And it's been awesome, man. It's one of my favorite things to do during the week.
And we had during COVID, we don't do morning huddles, but it was trying to find a way to stay connected with the team. And so we tried doing the morning huddles on Zoom. Then it was like, let's do Google Hangouts. And it was what do we talk about every day? And we're a small, intimate team, so we all talk throughout the day as well. But it's like, what is going to happen every morning? And so I love the idea of that guest coming into your team meetings, via live, and that's your team meeting that day. So they can all get some value out of it.
Yeah, so Mondays are usually pretty motivational, kind of casting the vision for the week. Tuesdays, I usually have title or a guest come in as well, Title Tuesday or Transaction Tuesday, working on systems, a refresher on any systems, a refresher on anything that might be a training component that we can get a refresher. Wednesday, you know, we try to celebrate some wins. Sometimes we'll mix it up with some competition. Sometimes we'll mix it up with, you know, just, you know, the topic of discussion of what might be pressing at that moment. And obviously Zillow Broker Partners, you know, we have a lot of accountability on our team. And sometimes we'll listen to calls and let them rate each other on the call, and just using as training opportunity. Thursdays, we again, you know, it'll be some sort of training. It'll be some sort of, you know, important housekeeping rules on the team, or just kind of casting the vision of this is what we're working on behind the scenes for you guys. We want you guys to know that, you know, we're not just here to, you know, be a team leader that just is your lead pimp. We want to pour value into your business. And what we do is, you know, like let them know, like, this is how we're working on improving our systems. This is what we're investing in. Sorry, my dogs are going bonkers.
That's all right.
Anyways, but yeah, and then Fridays are Fire Fridays. So, you know, and there are times that things shift. I was on one Thursday yesterday. I gave my agents, you know, a very honest update on something that happened on the team and letting them know that I'm here to protect them. We had to fight to protect a commission, and we won, and it was a $1.1 million commission, you know, deal with a builder. And, you know, my team, that experience was appropriate for that Thursday morning meeting. And it took 30 minutes to talk about the scenario. What did we learn from it? And knowing that I have my team's back. And they appreciated that. So, you know, I think some people just need to give themselves permission to not have it all figured out. If you are running a team and you want to do the huddles and the accountability, because that was the first thing I think. I was like, what the heck can we do every single day?
Every day.
But every single day we have something to go over. And if not every single day, I can check in on them and genuinely be like, so what are the challenges that might be going on in your business? Now we're doing a little bit more formatted. Mondays are specific, Tuesdays are specific, but I do leave a little wiggle room for like chopping it up and just being like, okay, guys, what do we need to address that's not linear on the books?
Right. I mean, ours is Tuesday meetings. We kind of talk transactions and kind of go over what's going on in the market and how we can help each other and try and dive into everybody if they have questions and kind of go through that stuff. But like, you know, we're small enough that we're talking to, you know, our team throughout the day, and you know, it's like, how can we help and how can we get you more transactions? But I love, you know, it's like you talked about the sphere business. How can we help develop your sphere? Because we buy leads, we do that stuff, but those are not that's the business that we want you to close. But we also want to help you develop, because the people that are going to want to work with you more are not the leads that we're buying, but the opportunities that you have within your phone and within your own database, and how can we help you cultivate those? So it becomes a big thing. Well, Veronica, I appreciate your time today, you know, coming on and just chatting for 30 minutes with me, and just how do we get beyond the next transaction, and how we can help agents, and, you know, talk about what you have going on with your Tuesday growth calls and the Fire Fridays. Again, those are awesome. So anything else, anybody has questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're here to kind of coach you, guide you through some scenarios and what's going on. And, you know, 20 plus years in the business, each of us, we're here to kind of just share a wealth of knowledge and experience back. So
absolutely, anytime. And I love that you're doing this. Thank you so much for doing this for other agents in the community. And, you know, I hope I didn't talk your ear off. Once I get going, I can, you got to shut me up. But I appreciate you guys. Everybody have a great weekend, and let's go win the day.
Awesome. Thank you, V. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
See you this weekend.